Hey everyone, welcome back to Flour, Eggs, and Yeast. Oh, you're new here? The first thing you should be doing at this point is subscribing and getting ready to like and comment. I'm Cam. We're going to do a recipe today that will make you a cupcake cuisine. A cuisine. So what we're going to do is give you a upscaled basic recipe, and I'm using the term basic because it tastes great on its own, but more importantly, we can make 20 to 30 different cupcake profiles using this one recipe. So it's tuned specifically to have to take in other flavors and therefore multiply your power in the kitchen. So again, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you what we're using. I'll show you my brand and ingredients, and then we'll take you through the steps on how to do it. And at the end, you'll be enjoying something great. So cupcakes, we're going with white cupcakes today, and that's going to be our basis for many different types of cupcakes going forward. But we're going to use King Arthur's all-purpose flour. King Arthur's, really great. Baking powder, Clabber Girl, great stuff. Salt. I love sea salt. You can use kosher salt or whatever type of salt you want, but make sure it's fine. No coarse. We won't have enough salt in there. Eggs. I have brown eggs. You could use whatever color eggs you like. That's fine. We're actually only going to use the egg whites. So there you have it. Whole milk. If you don't want to use whole milk, 2% is fine. Stick of butter. Challenge butter, one of my favorites. Unsalted. Make sure it's unsalted because we're adding salt. Got it? Don't get the salted butter, unsalted. We control the salt level. And usually I'll use vanilla extract, but today, because I want to open it up and use this as a base for many other different types of things, almond extract. Just a little bit, not too much. Just to give it that kind of sweetness and that elevate it slightly. We're also going to use some sugar. You didn't think you were going to see sugar? You know that there's sugar in the cupcakes. So we're going to add that in. So, all right, let's go ahead and get these things incorporated. I know you're going to love these cupcakes. Everybody that's ever had them loves them. And who doesn't love cupcakes to begin with? So we're going to preheat this oven to 350 because these things are going to cook in about 18 minutes, maybe 20 tops. We're going to look for the brown on the edge, and we're going to use the toothpick to make sure that the center is cooked correctly. So let's go. Let's get started.
Hi, my name is Theresa. I am the assistant to my husband Cam today as we make this delicious master cupcake recipe that you will be able to use for any holiday coming up. So you can see Cam is putting into one bowl all of the dry ingredients. That is your all-purpose flour, baking powder, and that fine sea salt. Now we're going to do our wet ingredients, which include those 3 egg whites. And you can see even Cam, who has done this many times, sometimes the egg just cracks. And so he's doing his best. All you want to do is try to not get any of the yolk into your batter. If it gets in there, it's okay. You can see that the 1 stick of butter, it is softened. To make that easier, you want to cut it, keep it on the counter for about at least 30 to 45 minutes until if you put a little fork down into it, it will easily smoosh. Now we're going to use our KitchenAid blender, and we're going to put all of the butter and the sugar, that white granulated sugar, together, and he's mixing it up and then scraping down the sides of the bowl every so often before he then adds in his whole milk that is at room temperature and his egg whites. He whips it up again, and now he's going to be adding the flour little by little so that it has the time to incorporate into that batter. You can see that he's using an ice cream scoop to put it out into 12 cupcake liners. Bake for 18 to 20 minutes, and you are set.
Also, warning, don't eat the batter. The flour is raw, the eggs are raw. Bad news, you've been warned. You are now on your own. Guys, it looks like the hardest part is over, or the two hardest parts. What's that? Waiting for them to cook, and then even more importantly, waiting for them to cool. Now at this point, it's cool enough for us to ice. But again, this is a smaller cupcake. Take a look at the coloring in there. I mean, this browned perfectly. And this one, because it has the least amount of batter, probably cooked the most. But you can still tell that it's very soft, very tender, and waiting for icing. I'm going to try this just the way it is. I can smell the almond. Now, if you use vanilla, you're going to smell the vanilla, right? Let's give it a taste. That's good. Look at that. That's all-purpose flour, folks, not cake flour. But it tastes amazing. Nice and soft. The top is just crisp enough from browning where it'll really be able to take that icing. It's not going to last long enough to be iced, that's for sure. Again, look at that. It's so soft. And that almond is just coming right through. When I add cherries to this, it's going to be good. Cherry almond. Yep. I mean, that's something you could do pretty easily. You can fill these cupcakes. You can ice them. You can ice them and fill them. You could cook stuff inside of them. We're going to do all sorts of stuff with this cupcake. You know, and this is it's going to be the last bite of this one, and then I'll get the other ones back there cooling right over there. We'll get them iced up, get them ready to go, and get them disseminated to the neighbors. Well, if it makes it that far. But yeah, in the comments below, drop some comments. What kind of cupcakes do you like? What do you want to see? What do you buy normally? Maybe we'll try to create a hostess style cupcake. All sorts of different things. I mean, it's a really wide open palette. And with a base recipe like this, the sky is the limit. So thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. And we will see you next time.